scenes of fear and devastation.
Devastation caused by that powerful quake.
At least 30 have now been reported killed.
The death toll has climbed close to 70, with hospitals in Cebu province struggling to cope with the flood of injured survivors.
On October 1st, 2025, around 10 p.m. local time, a 6.9 magnitude earthquake struck the northern part of the Philippines' Cebu province, close to the city of Bogo. This resulted in massive structural collapse, leading to the loss of power, internet, and lives. As of the making of this video, the death toll has risen to 72, with many more waiting outside of hospitals for treatment. People are currently without basic needs such as food and water. Some people sleep outside in the rain, covered only by plastic bags, as there's further risk of building collapse as aftershocks continue to strike days after the initial quake, and not enough tents to go around. The UN and Philippines government is sending aid, but help is slow and funds don't always end up where they're supposed to, or are concentrated at major hotspots. Currently, a large amount of relief efforts are being focused on Bogo City, the area most largely affected by the quake. However, there are many other local districts called barangays in the surrounding areas that have not received as much aid, but who are in just as dire need of help. That's why we're planning to assist areas along the western side of the epicenter, in smaller cities such as San Remigio. If logistics allow, we would also like to assist some of the smaller surrounding islands, such as Carnaza Island, which regularly rely on the nearby mainland for supplies, which have obviously been cut off as well since even the mainland cities are currently struggling to obtain their own aid. For those that don't know me, my name is John Jarvis. I'm from the east coast of the US near Boston, but I've been living in Japan for the past several years with my wife Gianna, who is from Cebu in the Philippines. By coincidence, we had planned a trip to return to Cebu so my wife could tend to some personal matters there, but in the wake of this disaster, we're planning to rent a van, stock up on necessary supplies, mainly things like food, water, and tents, and head north with our ragtag team of local friends and volunteers. My wife had already left before me, having landed in Cebu last week, and she had actually experienced the earthquake firsthand. The shaking was strong and had actually knocked out power for about half a day, but thankfully she and her family live on the southern side of the island and they're all okay without many long-term effects in their area. Today is Friday, October 3rd, and I'm currently still in Japan, but in a few hours from now I'll be taking a bus to Tokyo, and by tomorrow afternoon I'll be flying into Cebu. We'll spend the afternoon on Saturday buying supplies, and on Sunday morning we're all going to go together to distribute it to the areas which haven't yet received much support. An app developed by 3 students from the University of Cebu allows victims to pin their exact location and describe their urgent needs. We will primarily be using that to gauge who needs assistance and where, and kind of play it by ear. I know people can feel a little apprehensive about donating to strangers online, so if you don't know me personally, this is my track record. I've participated in the Extra Life charity over the past 13 years, crowdfunding over $20,000 in total in support of Children Miracle Network hospitals. I've linked some of that in the description so you can verify it for yourself. In addition, I'm proud to say I'm an Eagle Scout, and a Scout is trustworthy. Finally, my motivation is simple. It's just being in the right place at the right time. Since our trip was already planned and finalized months in advance, the timing just happened to work out, and my wife has already been involved in some of the early relief efforts. Simply put, we will be there physically to help. We are in the position to help, so we will help. In early 2020, just as the pandemic was really unfolding, I was starting what was supposed to be a 6-month stay on Cebu Island, but I more or less ended up getting stuck there for about 2 years. While most of that time was spent indoors, the times I was able to interact with the kind people of Cebu, I was met with friendly, welcoming smiles, and it really made a lasting impression. So this is my chance to help give back to them for all their kind hospitality. In summary, we are just regular people trying to help other regular people. All money donated will be used to help the affected people of Cebu Island, and if any remains by the time we're set to return to Japan, it will be donated to a credible organization providing relief to the victims. Gamay is the Cebuano word meaning small, so this is our very first mission as Gamay Give, our volunteer team name. $1 US goes a long way in the Philippines, so even if you can only give a Gamay amount, know that it will provide more support than you may realize. And even if you can't make a donation right now, please share this video so we can get the people of Cebu the help that they so desperately need. No amount is too small, so please give Gamay to Gamay Give. I'll see you in Cebu. Until then, thank you so much for your support.